Well, hi everybody, this is Dear Mama Sal, and here I am having my coffee. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because hopefully this is the start of a new series, which is Have Coffee With Me, while I sit and chat to you about certain things that have happened or certain things that I think you might be interested in. Well, first of all, I wanted to give a big thumbs up to Liz, who's been working really hard at getting the shop on DearMamaSal.com working. And we think that it's working, so we're going to put it up and release it and let the the beta testing begin. Now, you guys know me well enough to know that if there are any glitches in there, we will fix them. Somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but we will. All right, but for those of you who've been waiting to, order more of these, just know that they are now available, and there are more choices of colors and things that you can get. So I wanted to start with that part of it because that's exciting. And Liz, big thumbs up. Thank you so much for all your help. We've had fun doing it. Well, yeah, it's just like, you have no idea how much work it is to do something like that. So good on you, Liz. I'm very proud of you. The other thing is I want to acknowledge the fact that we have, in fact, passed 725,000 views, which was pretty mind-blowing this week. Yikes. We're so close to 750, and then, you know, the big one. Now, the reason I've come in to do this broadcast or this recording in this room is because right behind me is the horn. And I promised the broadcast viewers that when we reached 1 million views, I would bring that horn down again. We did it around 500,000. I said, when we get to 1 million, I'll bring it down again. And I will scare the living daylights out of my neighbors. So we're getting close. So I'm going to start doing some vlogging from this room. The other thing I wanted to thank was Lauren, who gave me permission to tell you the following story. As some of you know, Lauren is one of our broadcast viewers as well. And she was telling us this week that she'd got a little bit of a problem where she had got herself a little over anxious about stuff and was not, really happy going outside anymore. I'm certain some of you know this story where you get just too overwhelmed and you don't want to cope with anything outside your house. And so I was talking to her a little bit about some of the experience that I had had. And what I said to her was that, does she hear the voice in her head? Does the voice in her head say, no, you don't want to go out because it's going to be cold, people are going to make you feel stupid, whatever it is that the voice in the head says. Now, the reason I talked about that is because I have experience of that. And I decided one day I was going to give this voice a name because it made it easier for me to deal with. And I called her Gertrude. And if, your great aunt's name is Gertrude or whatever, I am sorry, but that is the name. And whenever Gertrude starts going at me, and she does every now and then, I have to talk back to her. Because if I don't talk back to her, then she takes control of my life. And I'm sure that her intent is good. She wants me to be safe and not get into overwhelm and not take on too much or not learn too much or whatever it is that somewhere at the bottom of all this, I can't help thinking that her intent is good. So I was talking to Lauren about it. I said, hey, Lauren, what you want to do is give this voice a name. And I didn't ask her to share the name, but she has subsequently done that. And I said, and then start talking back to her. And see where it takes you. For example, if she's saying, don't go out because, then you go, well, actually, that was fine when I was younger, but I'm an adult now, so I get to make the choice and I choose to go out. Well, I didn't expect the results so quickly, so yay, well done, Lauren. But what Lauren did was she just wrote to me and said that she called the name Doris. So if any of you are called Doris out there, just breathe. It's not you she's talking about, it's her voice that she called Doris. So apparently Doris didn't want her to go out and meet somebody and started to talk to her, give her all the excuses that she could to make her stay inside. But Lauren said because she'd been talking to me and she understood the concept of what I was saying, she started to talk back to Doris and said, you know something, Doris, I hear you, but, you know, I know that you don't want me to go out, but you see, I'm an adult and I get to make my own choice here and I want to go and see this person. And apparently she overcame that moment, got out of the house, went and visited, had a great time, came back and thank you, Lauren, had the kindness to let us know that that's what she did. So then, of course, I immediately wrote back to her and said, may I share it? Because I am certain there are quite a few of my viewers that understand what Lauren did to overcome that voice. So I'm just wondering if any of you also know what that's about, if you have anxiety problems and hear the voice, or you have depression problems and hear the voice, any of those sort of things, or don't have any problems and hear the voice. I don't really mind. But perhaps you'd be good enough to share and thank Lauren. She spells it Lauren for being kind enough to let me share the story. So, hope you've enjoyed that little coffee moment. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of that. It was actually very good. Such fun. For those of you who might have missed it, I put up 2 videos this weekend, which is unusual. One was on how to keep the tracks on your windowsills clean, in case any of you don't like the crud, dead beetles and whatever that gets collected in there. And the other one is about how to make omelettes in mason jars. I had such fun with that. And I'll make sure I put the links for you. So I hope you enjoy those. I sure had fun doing them. This is DearMamaSal saying thank you so much for watching. Thank you for taking us to 725,000 views on our way to the big one, which is 750 first. And look forward to seeing you soon. If you've enjoyed this little coffee moment, let me know. And that'll tell me that you'd like me to do more. This is DearMamaSal saying big hugs. Bye-bye for now.